Welcome back, YouTube, to another Fat Guy Builds. Today we're working on a 6-liter F250, 350, either way, doesn't matter. It's a 6-liter. Injector number 6 took a dump, so we're gonna replace it with this, and I'm gonna show you how to do it step by step. We got some new oil standpipes and all this other stuff, gaskets, all that. So I'm gonna show you all the part numbers, everything you need to do, you know, at least one injector. The only difference if you do multiple injectors is you buy more injectors, but the steps are all the same. So let's get into this. Here's a part number for the injector, DL1494. Here's the part number for the valve cover gasket set, 50691RVS. Step 1, pop the hood. Next, we're gonna take out the air filter. You're gonna have these clips all the way around. So you're gonna grab them, pull all the clips out, right? And then there's a clamp here that holds this part to the intake pipe. So just set that off to the side. This piece is gonna have these little fingers that go into grommets below. So you just pull straight up and this thing will come out, and then we're going to set both of these out of the way. Injector number 6 is on the driver's side here, so we have to now disconnect the radiator overflow, remove both positive battery terminals. We don't want any charge, any voltage in the system, so you're gonna have to remove it on both sides, the positive. Use needle nose pliers to remove this hose and squeeze this clamp and remove this hose. Use an 8mm to remove the 2 bolts on the top of the overflow. To get the intake hose off the turbo, you loosen the clamp. Then you come over here and you slowly pry up on this fitting through this breather here, because it's connected on the bottom and you don't want to break it. So you just pull up on that smoothly. There's 10mm nuts that hold down the computer to this bracket. There's some up here and some on the back. So you're just gonna have to use whatever tools you got, undo it so we can get this out of the way, and then we'll undo the bracket that holds the computer to the engine. Pull out the computer, cover this up with some tape, and you do that by pushing these clips and pulling away from the ECU. There are 3 different sizes, and the harness makes them all lined up so you can't screw up putting it back together. Use a 10mm socket to remove the bolts that hold this bracket to the valve cover. You're gonna also at the same time use a panel popper to pull this harness off of this area here. Unplug this AC plug by just pulling up on the tab, wiggling it, and it comes off. And then there's an 8mm down here that holds the there's an 8mm down here that holds this. It's either AC pressure or, yeah, that's what it looks like, to this bracket. So you take this off so that you don't disturb or bend this pipe down here. The nut down here that holds in this sensor is a 10mm. Take that nut off. In here, you're gonna take a flathead and you're going to get the injector harness clip pulled. You're gonna pull this little injector clip out of the connector, put them in a metal magnetic tray so you don't lose them. Pull them all off, and then you're gonna pull the connector off of the injector plug. On the other side of all this harness, there is a ground lug with a 10mm nut that holds this wire on. So when you take the nut off, you can get the ground wire off. Do whatever you can do. Scrape away as much of this junk as possible. You don't want all this junk ending up in an injector plug or inside of your engine. So scrape it away as much as possible. You have a 10mm down here that holds the dipstick, and then zip tie your wiring harness out of the way so it's all open. See how it's all open? And the baby wants to say hi. Say hi. Say bye. Say bye. Now take a 12mm deep socket, because these things have studs. Pay attention to which ones have studs. The two far back ones have studs, and then this one has a stud, that one has a stud. That's what holds the computer. Take out all these bolts and carefully pull the valve cover off. Once you get the valve cover off, you're going to have two options here. These will either be a 10mm, which these are, or 12mm. If you have a 12mm, they're the newer version. If you have a 10mm, they're the old revision of the part. If you have a 10mm, you really should replace them. But you really should replace them regardless, because the O-rings get flattened and dried out and they won't seal, and then you're going to have problems. So just replace them. It's not that big of a deal. Before you can think about taking this off with the Torx bits on the little ones, you need to remove this one and that one first. Those are the very first two things you need to take out. The short dummy plug is the one in the front. The one in the back is the long version, and it can either come apart in one or two parts. And this one right now, it's coming apart in two parts. So I'm just going to take these out. These are going to end up going in the trash, but for now I'm just going to set them off to the side. Next, you're going to take a T30 Torx bit. You're going to go all the way around. There's these Torx bits. You're going to go around, make sure the tool's straight, because you don't want to strip these, and just take your time breaking them loose and then pulling them all off. Lift the oil manifold straight off, otherwise you could damage the injectors you're not changing with the buckets that fit inside. And then now, driver's side, 2, 4, 6, 8. So the injector we're replacing is the third one from the front. That should be number 6. I'm gonna have a link below to this set, this Torx set. It's on Amazon, pretty cheap. And it's a 3/8 drive set. Tech Team is the brand. But what this allows you to do is get into where the injector bolt is without hitting the injector head with the fat piece of the normal ones that you would have like at AutoZone or whatever. The heads would be down there and it would be interfering, and you could damage the injector head. So these long ones slip right in, and there's a gap, everything's good. You're going to use a T45 long Torx bit, and you're going to unbolt whatever injector you're changing, and the bracket that you're bolting that has this nut or the bolt on it will either pull the injector out or put the injector in based on what you're trying to do at the time. So I'm going to be loosening this, and it should pull the injector out of the hole. You're going to want to take out that bolt and get the injector out 100% by hand. You do not want to strip out that bolt. Your life will suck. And just take your time and get it out nicely. If you're going to own a diesel or work on a diesel, especially if it's specifically this motor, you might as well just buy this tool. This is for the electrical connector. Save you a headache. So it's a OTC 6766, and has this beveled edge, and you push it and it'll unclip the plug on the injector so that you can disconnect it from the head and install the next one. As you can see, you just sort of press it straight on top and the injector will come out through the bottom. And now that it's unclipped, just give it a wiggle, 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 wiggle until it comes loose. You can take this out now and use 2 hands. Put a rag under here just in case there's some junk stuck in this connector circle. That way it doesn't fall in the motor. So I'm gonna do that right now, but it's already out. So all you have to do is pull it the rest of the way out. Then go ahead and lift off this injector and just pull it straight out of the hole. And then we can look at them side by side on the bench. For the stubby version, it's W302908. This is the Ford one. I would only recommend using the Ford ones. I've seen bad reviews of the other one. The part number is not on this bag. It's actually on the box. Here's the old injector, new injector. They pretty much look the same. You want to check for any blockages, anything like that. Hey, there's oil. Watch it, buddy. No, stay there. Stay there. Make sure this copper ring comes out when you pull the injector out. It looks like it did. And then obviously before you put this new one in, make sure you pull this plastic cap off. Otherwise you could cause yourself a migraine. Now we're just gonna take this, we're gonna put the hold down remover piece into the groove. You notice there's a slot here, so it goes in here with this slot. Don't make sure you don't have it anywhere else. See, there's a slot right there. So that slot needs to go with this little tab on the bottom here. Lube all the O-rings with some motor oil that you can dip your finger in, and then just rub it on these O-rings so they don't rip on accident. Also, put some oil in the top for when you put this back together with the oil pressure rail. Put the injector down in there, hand tight first. Now you're gonna grab the injector harness clip, put a little bit of oil on the O-ring, and this flat piece is facing up. And you just get it in the hole nice and straight. You're gonna keep wiggling it in, and you need to hear an audible click when you do this. It should be very noticeable that it clicks. All of the most current information, the newest information I find from all the diesel experts and everything, says to not use the factory 24 or 26, whatever it is, foot-pounds, but to actually go up to 31 foot-pounds. So that's what I'm gonna do. That should crush that copper washer perfect. Use a non-shedding rag, clean the gasket surface. My oil pipe stand, the bottom piece is still in here, so I gotta make sure I grab some needle nose and pull that out. Put the oil rail back in. Make sure you're going flush, smooth, and slow so that you don't damage the cups in the top of the injectors. And it should just go in all by itself and be perfectly flush. If it's not perfectly flush, don't try to put the bolts in. Now go ahead, put in all the small Torx bolts in by hand slowly. Get them to where they bottom out, and then we'll torque them down. We're gonna torque these little Torx bolts down to 12 foot-pounds. Put some oil on both of all the O-rings on both of the oil pipes. Then you're gonna slide them in, and then you're gonna thread them in. I'll do these slowly by hand first. You don't want to cross thread stuff. And then the torque spec that's everywhere is 60 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna torque them down to 60 foot-pounds. Now it's time for the new gasket. So clean off, make sure the gasket area is 100% clean and free of oil. Then we'll start doing the gasket stuff. For the O-rings on these things, it's just as simple as pushing it off. Takes kind of two hands. You just push it off, grab a new one, slide it on. That's all there is to it. Clean off these C-clips, put them back into the injector connectors, and then clip on all 4 injectors. Tighten down the valve cover, and then we're going to put on the brackets that hold the ECU. Once you have the dipstick back on, the 2 brackets back on, and the injectors plugged in, we can bring this wire back here, clip this back into this guy, plug it back into this oil sensor here. Now we're going to get the ECU put back in. Make sure when you put these clips in, you hear an audible click, a loud click, so that you know for a fact that it's engaged properly with the ECU, because otherwise the car might not start, might run funny or whatever if one of these connectors is not all the way connected. My factory thing here broke, so I'm doing some finagling, but ignore that for this video because I'm not making a video on that. So we got everything put back together. Now it's going to be the air intake and the air box and all that kind of stuff. Since you took apart the rest of this, you can figure out how to put it back together.